Amigas, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos. Hoy estamos con una vieja conocida del canal. Hoy estamos con Lena Scissorhands, cantante de Infected Rain. Ya sabéis que es de mis cantantes favoritas, sin ningún tipo de duda. Vamos a cambiar al inglés muy rápido, porque Lena no habla español, pero sí que lo entiendo un poquito, ¿vale?
No,
Un poquito. Okay, Lena, so we're saying welcome to the channel. It's a big pleasure to have you here again. How are,
muchísimas gracias.
how are you doing today?
Doing good. Thank you so much. Every day is very exciting because we're getting closer to our new release, to our tour, and it's a lot of fun. So it's exciting.
Yeah. So Lena, first of all, good news for all the Infected Rain fans. You guys are releasing new stuff this same week on the 19th, and I'm
Yes.
I'm really excited about it. We talked it about yeah, behind the cameras, and the single is called Stranger. And I wanted to ask two questions about it. First one is about the topic, the meaning of the song, which means a lot to me personally, like I said. And the second one would be like, what can we expect from the single? And I assume that you guys are working on an album too. So how are you guys feeling about the album? Because I think that Time, the last one, was like a big step up for you. Like I think you guys found the Infected Rain sound, but like more like polished and everything. You know what I mean? Like it's an album
Yeah.
that really sums up like what Infected Rain is. So yeah, about the single, you posted a little phrase yesterday that was about like the distance that you can create, or that it can create for from where you are now and where you think you can be. So Lena,
Yes.
what's the meaning of this sentence? It's about a personal thing, or it's about general things.
So, like you mentioned in the beginning, Stranger is coming up March 19th, which is actually 3 more days before. So, unfortunately, I can't say a lot,
Okay.
but I would tell you a few things. I'm very happy to be here, and I love our Spanish audience, and we can throw a little treat for our Spanish audience
Okay.
and use a little bit the new single. It's called Stranger, and I wrote the lyrics for this song based on personal um, feeling, personal fight inside that I uh, found myself in for the past couple of years. And what does it mean? Time passes and we change. We are never the same person today as we were yesterday, even on a biological level, on the cell level, we are different people. And very often, the way we see ourselves or the world changes from a day to another. And I'm not talking about drastic changes, but there are changes.
Mhm.
So I really wanted to write about it. And to me, it is a very personal song, right? And the phrase that I shared yesterday is indeed talking about the distance that there can be between the personal realization of self today and the personal realization of or imagination of what you see yourself as, if that is the same thing or completely two different things. Now this can be of course a very deep topic for hours of conversation. I feel like it's very like we can brainstorm about it so much, but I would love everyone to find their own meaning in Stranger when Stranger comes out. And we can talk more about it later, but in a way of a how to say that, like in a way to give a little taste
Mhm.
about Stranger, I want to tell you that it is very personal, and I want to tell you that I've heard people that I care for in my life feeling very similar to that sensation I felt when I had the urge to write about it. It is very strange feeling, almost like you are an alien to yourself. Not because you don't recognize yourself really like the way you look physically, but in a way, do you recognize the inside, the inner you when you look at yourself in a mirror? It's
Mhm.
very important because often we are just so used to live a life that is describing who we are outside. But when we are thinking a little bit deeper, are we actually the same person outside as we are inside? Do we recognize this person we see every day in the mirror or not? It's a very interesting, like,
Yeah.
inner battle. But yeah, that's all I can tell you. I already told you too much.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's more than enough. And I really thank you. Like, I think that fans will really like appreciate that. And yeah, we're having a single this week, 19th, like you said. And you guys are working on an album, as far as I've seen
Yeah,
on social media. And what's
we
it?
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are working on a new album. However, the new album is slowly coming together, and this time we want to be that way. We don't have a release uh, time of the year, or even like date, but we are working on it for more than a year now. To
Okay.
be honest. A lot of new songs. We prepared a lot of music videos already, for even though the album is not even fully prepared.
Mhm.
We fall in love with each song on such a personal, deep level that we feel, in a way, we feel this urge to share this song on its great potential with some visuals as well. So all I can tell you for now is that yes, we are working on new material,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be amazing. And I love every single thing we have came up with so far. I think it's fun, it's fresh, it's innovative, but it keeps that sound, and it keeps that um, how to say that, a level of presentation that we had with time, maybe even higher.
Uh-huh.
So we will see, how it's going to be. And right now we had to put it aside because we are preparing for a tour,
Yeah.
but we'll surprise our audience with some new songs on this tour. So I'm very excited.
Okay. Okay, that's super nice. I'm counting on Stranger for sure on the set
Stranger
list.
for Stranger for sure. That is one of the main reasons why we actually prepared the release right before the tour.
Mhm.
And something more.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And Lena, you talked about the tour. You guys are doing like a crazy run, like coming like super soon. I think how many concerts it was? I saw like your post yesterday, but
I I was like counting them one by one because I couldn't believe it myself. It's 55 shows.
wow,
It's
wow,
55 between UK, Europe, and North America, all together, part of Mutation Phase Tour.
yeah, that's crazy. And it's like 2 months long or 3 months long, something like that.
3 months, yes, it's almost 3 months.
3 months.
Europe and UK has less days off,
Uh-huh.
and United States has a bit of more days off because of the logistics of the transportation as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, we are finishing the tour um, in the end of the first week of June.
Hmm.
So
That's crazy.
start,
And what?
starting this month, in the end of March.
Hmm. That's crazy. That's almost not a show per day, but somewhere, yeah. Counting all the travels and all the bus stuff and everything, it's awesome, Lena. And you guys are coming to Spain, of course,
Yes,
which is awesome. I love to. I think I see you. What did you say? I haven't heard.
and Madrid.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think I've seen you 4 times now.
Uh,
One in Resurrection Fest and three of them in Barcelona. And Lena, what's the thing that you would say that you like the most about the Spanish concert? And what's the thing that you like the least of Spanish concert?
so don't put me here under the spotlight because it's not fair. But
Okay, I, I can I
I
can
just
I can cut it up if you want. No problem.
no,
Okay,
it's okay.
okay,
We have been open and honest conversation here.
okay.
So that I love the most about the Spanish crowd and the Spanish fans and metalheads in general is how crazy they go. They feel the music on a different level, and the crowd is just so responsive. I love that very much about the Spanish crowd. Now, when it comes to single shows, so we are not talking about big events like festivals or any other big events, I feel like Spanish crowd is a bit more. influenced by a lot of life factors. So, for example, there are countries around the world where it doesn't really matter if you play during a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and there are countries where it matters. So, when we play in Spain, it does really matter what day of the week it is for the audience to actually have the opportunity to be there. It's understandable, but at the same time, it's very frustrating because we do not choose the days.
Yeah.
And when you're on tour, you play almost every day, no matter what day of the week it is. It's work for you, anyways. So we really want to invite everybody to remember that bands travel so far to come to you, and sometimes it will be during the weekday, but shows always happen in the evening, and you have time to still rest before your next day work. So if you really truly want to support a band, and you really truly believe in the band and love their music and what they stand for, please support them. We really, really, really need your support in all forms that support
Possible.
can
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, and all, like, every single share, every single save, every single comment, every single friend that you shared your favorite music with, every
Hmm.
single ticket sales, every single little thing like that can really, really make a difference in the band's career. So yeah, that would be my answer for a Spanish audience.
That's awesome. And we can add that this time we're having you on a weekend, full weekend. Like Saturday it's Barcelona.
So no excuses.
No excuses. No excuses. We'll be there for sure.
Yes, and guys, I gotta be honest. The show and the production of this tour is on such a level that we've never done before. So even if anyone is like you that have seen Infected Rain 4 times
Yep.
or 5 times more, trust me, you're in for a completely new show. Completely
Okay.
new show that will impact you differently,
Huh.
and we have surprise. We are bringing our friends from Butcher Babies on this tour, and we will perform the Realm of Chaos together on stage.
Okay.
Every Which is one of the biggest, most asked and most demanding things that we have heard, together, both bands. And we are very excited to also present some new songs with this set list. And of course, a lot of older songs that we haven't been playing for years. So it's gonna be
Okay.
fun.
Okay. New Infected Rain experience. I think that's pretty nice. I was super happy with the last shows, but I'm always happy like to see some differences and try to do new things. Like the collaboration with Heidi, I think it will be like outstanding because the song is awesome, and I think that
Oh, she's amazing.
yeah,
We're gonna kill it.
yeah, yeah, awesome, awesome, Lena. So I wanted to ask a little question about Heidi or Butcher Babies in this case, and it's like, how
Yeah.
do you guys met? Like, do you guys knew each other before all the music stuff, or it came along while doing music and everything between?
So kind of both in this case. Of course, I knew Heidi specifically way before we became friends, and way before we invited her to be a guest artist on our song The Realm of Chaos.
Hmm.
um, I actually met Heidi in person in 2013 when I was visiting United States for the first time. I had the opportunity to be at a show that they were special guests as, and I had a quick moment of exchanging a couple of words. I remember even giving her Infected Rain album, which she still remembers
Okay,
that day, kept for a very long time. I don't know if she still has it. We will have to ask her.
okay,
But yeah, we met that day. I watched the performance. I had a lot of fun. Followed her on social media, and then we kind of reconnected again, sometimes around 2019, and then saw each other in person again in 2020. So in 2020, in the very beginning of the year, way before the lockdown and COVID, I was at NAM in LA
hmm,
at a museum a music convention, and I was doing other stops here and there, some shows, and where a lot of musicians were part of it. And I just met her accidentally. I didn't even know she would be there, and we spoke again. We were super happy to see each other. We were aware of each other and each other's music and each other's growth. And yeah, she mentioned to me that she was actually looking into moving to Las Vegas, and that was super super awesome. She ended up moving not too far from me. We became super close friends, and COVID kind of brought us together because we both had no shows, and we were brainstorming about cool stuff to do together, and we discovered how much we have in common, and how much, how similar our band's path is, even though with the different countries. So yeah, this is how our friendship came together and became stronger. And of course, when the idea of doing a song together was presented, she was full in, totally game. And I had the opportunity to actually record her. So I was like a sound engineer for one song.
Okay.
That's so much fun, so much fun. And I think that Heidi has an insane presence in the metal industry, and I think that she's very talented. And I'm very proud of her achievements as a musician, as a woman, as a human being, and in general as a hardworking artist. So I am very happy that we are going on tour together again. This time in Europe. First time we were on tour in the US together,
Mhm.
and yeah, performing the Realm of Chaos live together happened only 2 times so far since Realm of Chaos exists. So this is it.
This is super interesting. I actually like them a lot. I've seen them 2 times, I think, and they bring the crazy energy.
Check out their new song; it's really good.
I did. I did. I actually
Yeah,
did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have even the T-shirt for the virtual rabies and stuff. So, yeah,
great.
I know
That's
them.
amazing. You're a true supporter. Thank you so much. Really means a lot. Really means a lot.
I try, Lena, and I know now that I'm doing all the videos, and I just came back from a trip with a local band. They were traveling, and they invited me like, oh man, I'll come and you can see all the insights and stuff. And now I can see better like how much does it mean that someone comes to a show, just says hi, even buying some merch or just like you said, just showing
Yeah,
up. It's
yeah, every single thing. And I understand that sometimes you can have better financial possibilities of helping a band, sometimes you can't. But in the moments where you can't, I am inviting you to help otherwise. And you don't really need money to help a band necessarily. You can, just share, spread the word, and be present, comment, and just show a little bit of uh, reaction.
yeah,
That's really it. And especially in this era that we live in this transformation of social media becoming so different and
yeah,
so much more, in a way, business, I don't know, business like inclined.
yeah.
It became harder and harder for artists to actually spread the information about their shows, or about their new singles, or about their new albums, and so on. So every single click matters.
Yeah,
It
and
really,
you said it like perfectly. I always say that we're in an area of social media which is kind of weird because I'm having a good time doing videos and like trying to promote
yeah,
artists and everything. But like you said, everything is about the numbers. I always say that.
not just us, it's everybody. Our team looks at the numbers we have, the other people that would hire our team uh, for us or with us
Exactly.
for a festival or whatever. Everybody is looking at numbers, and then on one side it's very sad, because there's art, soul, so much time and energy put into something so gigantic as a release of a song, as a release of an album, as a whole tour. So much is actually put into it, that it's kind of sad that people still rely on numbers only. But on the other side, when your favorite art and your favorite thing to do becomes your everyday job, and it becomes your main income, right? Because that's the goal for every musician, for every artist out there, to be able to pay your bills with the art you're making. So when that becomes a thing, the numbers, they show a lot. So if you want your artists to stay focused on the art, to stay focused on who they are, and perfect their art skill, and perfect their approach to art, right? Then you have to do your part, I guess.
Yeah, that's 100%. You're bringing art, you're bringing emotion, you're bringing
Yeah.
even healing. Like most of the time, especially in metal music, I always say that I think almost everyone has passed along something. Let's not say depression itself, but like bad times, sad times.
Absolutely. Pain comes in different forms. Sometimes it's outside, sometimes it's like very visual outside because you're showing it. And we are all human beings, and we all, have emotions, have feelings, have fears and nightmares and happiness and love. And all of us, we are all in this together.
And especially with metal, I think it's healing music for most of the people, especially with modern metal, all the core stuff. And I think you guys are like a mix of kind of different things of metal. But the main thing is that you always talk about emotions like super openly, obviously in a more like, let's say, artistic way, right? But if you look into the lyrics and to the videos and everything, you can feel like every song has a meaning, and you can feel like you said with Stranger. I think it's awesome that anyone can have their own interpretation. It is called,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you can feel like related with your favorite artist and such, and then you see that they are like persons, like everyone is the same, everyone feels the same, like you said. So yeah, then I think that's been an awesome time. I just wanted to ask a last question. It's about Spain too, but not
Yes.
specifically with concerts and shows and stuff. What are like a couple of or three things that you like a lot about Spain?
I really like the weather very much. I think it's so balanced and so pleasant. Every time we are there, I go for a walk with the dog and just look around. The weather is amazing.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the first things that I've noticed. And of course, Spain being part of some of the most amazing architectural, monuments in the world, alongside so many other countries. I always love visiting and seeing that as well. Some cathedrals and some monuments, some buildings that are just old. I just like feeling that kind of I don't know, like threads of time that are present in this architecture is really beautiful. And of course, it depends where in Spain we are, but I love how warm the people are. So warm, always very welcome and smiley. Never felt I was never looked at weird. I was never, I never felt judged or anything in Spain. It's really, really warm country. I love it.
Especially in Barcelona, I think because maybe it's my city, but
Yeah,
we are super open-minded here. We have lots of people from everywhere in the world. Like it's crazy, and the more time passes, the more time that people not only comes here for traveling and visiting and eating good and stuff, but they come here to live. Even if it's
yeah.
for a short period of time. Yeah, and they.
I have that live in Spain. Actually, my aunt and my cousin, they live in Spain, in South, in I forgot the city. What is it called?
Jaén, maybe.
What?
Jaén, maybe.
No, it's Marbella.
Marbella. Okay.
Yeah. And even there, so many people speak English because people travel and come to visit. A lot of people from UK. And yeah, it's super nice. I loved it. I just visited last year for the first time. I've never been. And I still look at those pictures and I'm like, oh my God, I want to go back. It's so nice.
Yeah, yeah. I think in Spain we have like the people is awesome in general. Like I said, especially in Barcelona where we are like so used to all kinds of people, all kinds of
Yeah.
cultures and everything. And for you especially, I would say if you have any time in Barcelona, I'm not sure, but I would
Mm.
suggest to visit some vegan restaurants. I can give
Vegan
you,
restaurant,
yeah, I
I
can
would
give
love.
you, I can give you like a couple of three recommendations because
Yes.
we have awesome restaurants here, like vegan, not only vegan, but vegan options are like awesome here, and I think you will have a great time. If you have
Oh,
time for
I
have,
will let you know. If I have time, I will let you know to give me that list for sure.
okay, perfect, Lena.
I love good because I need energy.
Yeah, I know. Lena, it's been a great time for real. People doesn't know, but now we were in the end of the interview. You had waited for me for an hour or an hour and a half, which means a lot. People know that I love you so much. I love Infected Rain so much, and you guys mean a lot. Like I really feel, like I said, related to the lyrics, to everything. And I discovered you guys live, which is one of the craziest things that can happen with a band. I think,
I
like
think so too.
going to a show and being like, oh god, like
Thank
that's
you so much. I really appreciate what you're doing and spreading the word and believing in the band. Seriously, I can't wait to see you at the show. I'll give you a big hug.
okay, Lena. I'm waiting for it. We will try to get as many people as we can here in
Thank you.
Barcelona and Madrid. And yeah, thank
Yes.
you once again, Lena, and see you at the 11th in Barcelona.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a
See
great
you.
day. Bye.
You. Vemos. Bye.
Bye.